Yes, man. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's oh dude. I think even though like last week's overtime win was good, I don't know. I just this game I like it a little more, man. This game was just tense as hell the whole time. Um and I'm still just trying to process that. But yeah, all right. So the beginning I was like scared as hell because Derek Carr threw one pick. No, I think he threw two picks in the first. Yeah, he threw two picks in the first quarter. And I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be a long game, especially because I saw. I guess apparently it was colder out there, so I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a long game. But I'm just, and then like also when he got hit too. I think what happened there is he just got the wind knocked out of him. But um, that's what I think that most of us have wanted to see, from this team. I mean, not only for them to win, but to keep, to keep trying and to not give up. Like in this game, it looked like that they didn't give up. Even though like the lead was going back and forth, between Seattle, and then we would have it, and then Seattle would have it, and we would have it. It looked like that they were like, okay, we're only behind by this much. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing forward. And they adjusted well. Initially, like when the passing wasn't really working, then they hand the ball to Josh freaking Jacobs, the MVP of this game, and I don't maybe season MVP. Either him or Max Crosby, but we're going to have to see towards the end of the season who I'll award that to. But definitely Max Crosby for this game, or not Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs for this game, man. Like I really hope, and I really hope that he continues to play like this even after or if he gets signed. They would be idiots not to sign him at this point. Um, but yeah, I hope he continues to play with that grit and that. I mean, he always kind of had it, but like he kind of waned like the last 2 years. Like he's been playing really good this year, and then like I would say 2019, his rookie season, he played really well. But I really hope that he continues that, even like when and if the team signs him. Trying to remember what happened play by play. I like, I mean, at first like I was kind of pissed. I'm like, really, we're going to overtime? Like, fuck. Um, just because like like there's been a lot of games that have been in overtime and really tense, and um, I got worried when we got stopped that first drive too, because it's like 4th and 1. I was like, okay, it's obvious, give the ball to Jacobs. Then like they didn't get it. I was like, fuck. Or that 4th and inches too, where he got stuffed. Um, but man, what a hell of a game, man! Like I don't know. It was just like this game. Like I when I watched it, I didn't like immediately give up. Like when I saw the lead, because there were other games this season where I was like, oh, the team has the lead, and something didn't go right. Well, I guess we're screwed. I guess we're losing this game. And I was wrong in my prediction. I predicted that we would lose this game by a field goal, but it turns out we actually won by a touchdown. So in freaking overtime, dude, it's so crazy, man. But it's weird because like this year, well, I don't want to speak too soon. We'll have to see what happens next week against the Chargers. But it seems like this year, it seems like it's like kind of a reverse, because usually what happens is the Raiders are good for like the first half of the season, then they play like shitty the second half of the season. But maybe this year we play shitty the first half, but maybe we play better in the second half. I don't know. Um, yeah, but it's just I really like the effort that I saw today, and I'm sure a lot of fans can attest to that. Like if they had this effort in like some of those other close games, we would have won some of those games. Like some of those games where it looked like they gave up and shit. Like if they had the same kind of drive and the same effort they had in this game, we might have even won those other games. Those other games would have been a completely different story. Um, but that's the thing that we need. Instead of like Josh McDaniels saying, "Oh, we need to learn to win" and all this other shit, teach them to play the whole time. You know, and that's why I like this game, is that they didn't give up. Now, even though both ends had their shitty moments, like the offense had their shitty moments, Derek Carr throwing interceptions, Josh Jacobs getting stuffed, overthrowing and underthrowing receivers dropping balls, and then the defense not being able to stop Geno Smith. We were able to stop the run pretty well, but like the passing, like he was kind of tearing us up for a little bit, but it got better towards the end, and I think we had one interception too. Yeah, we did have one interception, so the defense had one interception as well. So like they both had their good and bad moments, but ultimately it led to a really nice win. And I think that this is one of the best games this season. I would say either this week or, well, last week I liked the overtime, but the overall game wasn't good. But I would say this time the whole experience was good. There was good stuff about the whole game and even in overtime, where against the Broncos is more only good again in overtime. And they were just kicking field goals. But I would say I would go out as far as to say now, I might be speaking too soon, but I think that this game was the best game of the season so far, in my opinion. Because I mean, the win against the Texans, like we beat the shitty Texans, who cares? The win against the Broncos, who cares? They're a shitty team too. I mean, they're rivals, and I want to beat them, like I said in the last video. But the Seahawks, they're a team on the rise, especially with Geno Smith. I really thought we were gonna lose this game, and they proved me wrong. So yeah, man, what an exciting freaking ride of a game. Next week we have the Chargers. I think that's in Las Vegas, right? Yeah, that's in Las Vegas. And I think we could beat them. I think we could beat them. They barely beat the Cardinals. And if we were able to beat the Seahawks, and I think the Seahawks are a better team than the Chargers, I think we could beat the Chargers. But anyway, what a man! I'm still still a good game, man. All right. Well, that'll be it for this recap. I'm going to give the MVP to Josh Jacobs. Oh, prediction. I'm going to say Raiders win by 10. I'm going to go don't prove me wrong now. Don't lose cuz I say you're going to win now. I think that we're going to win by 10 against the Chargers. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, an amazing fucking game, dude. And if we bring that same effort to this next game against the Chargers and even the rest of the season, I mean, we're not going to go to the playoffs, obviously, but just still have that effort, don't tank, That's why I don't think that they were tanking, because like if they were tanking, they would have lost this game too. And I don't know. We'll see if some people are mad that they won this game, but like I want them to win. I want them to win as many games as they can. I mean, we're not going to get the number one spot. Like I said, the Texans lost again, so they're going to get the number one spot. So I just want us to keep winning as many games as we can. I don't think we're going to run the rest of the season, but we could definitely try to win the most games that we can. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time.